Hey guys, Moose here. Welcome to another episode of Life is Feudal Forest Village. I guess we're going into winter here. I got a lot on my mind right now. I'm just finally almost to vacation time. I gotta get through Friday and Sunday and Saturday, and then I'm home free, probably. Unless something goes horribly wrong, which is possible, but not likely. Let's put 3 on fishing here in the winter, and I think we're good to keep doing stone. Probably, maybe actually take 3 off fishing and put them on the stone mines. That's probably a smarter choice, even though they might die. It should be fine. Stone's a little bit more critical right now. I would love to get the... Where'd it go? I know I put it over here. But where the hell did I put it, though? That's the hunter's cabin. Did I not say... There it is. Okay, there it is. So I guess I haven't even started. Alright, that's fine. Put one person on building, just because. Why not? But yeah, I got a lot on my mind right now. Nearly to PTO, so I apologize that we've kind of fallen off on videos here. I know I just talked about cutting back on YouTube content. This is not what I meant by that. I think I said that in the last video, but I missed another episode of something. And I haven't had Moonlighter going either. Moonlighter is theoretically a daily thing. But I haven't been doing that. I'm not tired of Frostpunk. I'm not tired of Moonlighter. I want to play both of them. I just don't have any time. I barely have time to get this in. And... honestly, I shouldn't be recording this. I'm missing out on sleep that I'm probably going to pay a price for tomorrow, but if I can just limp my way through today and tomorrow, I'll be okay. And by today, I mean Friday. So, yeah, it's not a good situation right now, but we'll get back to where we were. It's going to get back to the way it was, or close to the way it was anyway. So I apologize for that. Anyway, like I said, tons of stuff on my mind. I'm gonna get this one out. I have to get this off my chest. I know you guys don't care. I know hockey is not something any of you care about, probably. But I'm incredibly excited right now because July 1st is when free agency happens in the NHL. It's kind of, free agency is when a contract expires and a player gets to either re-sign with their current team or choose to pursue a contract with another team. And probably the biggest free agent that the league has had in maybe a decade or more is coming up here. He's not signing with his team, or he hasn't yet. He might be trying to get more money. And one of Canada's biggest hockey news stations, it's a TV station, they've got radio, they've got all kinds of stuff. TSN, it's like Canada's ESPN, reported apparently that from their perspective, the team that I root for, the San Jose Sharks, is the most likely to sign him. And this is after the team that I root for just signed a really, really good young player to an 8-year contract. A guy by the name of Evander Kane, who I very much like. For those of you who don't, he's really good, but one of my favorite things about him is there was this dirty player who hit other people in the head, which is now very much illegal, although they don't call it as much as I'd like. But anyway, point is, the guy was dirty as hell. He ended a couple guys' careers. He's a completely trash player. I hate the guy. And he got in a fight with Evander Kane, and Evander Kane KO'd him, which is hilarious because I think his name is Evander after Holyfield. Like, he's actually named after a boxer, and he KO'd the guy. So that was one of my favorite moments in hockey history, because it was a total douchebag getting his comeuppance. And now we have the guy that did that, so I'm pretty thrilled about that. So we already picked up like a really, really good signing. And we might now get pretty much the best signing available in the entire league. And we seem like a likely choice. And it's really exciting because the Sharks have had good players. If we sign that guy, the Sharks currently have a player who spent most of his career there and who might be a Hall of Famer, who should be a Hall of Famer, by pretty much everyone would agree. This guy might be better. And that is incredible. Like I don't know if San Jose has ever had a player like the guy that they might be getting. Anyway, I know hockey's not really your thing. No one's here to watch hockey videos or anything, so I apologize, but that never happened. Like this is a once in a lifetime thing, in my opinion, and I'm really like, I'm giddy at the possibility that this guy might choose to come to San Jose, and I hope he does. It's a beautiful city. I think he'd really enjoy his time here. Not that I'm making a sales pitch. There's absolutely no chance that he'll ever see this, but yeah, it'd be really cool if he came, and I'd be really excited. It would get me back into hockey. I was kind of disappointed this year, but anyway. Besides the point. Splatoon 2 Octo expansion happened recently. For those of you who don't watch my streams, you may not know I tend to stream Splatoon 2 pretty often, and I'm a huge fan of the music, which may not be your cup of tea. It's kind of J-poppy, I would say, if anything. It may be even a little bit girly. And well, some of it is, not all of it is. I pretty much universally love it, and pretty much the only reason, not the only reason, but the biggest reason I wanted to see an expansion was because I wanted them to do more music. It was more about the music than the game. And I've been listening to some. Most of it I don't really like, actually. It doesn't really do it for me. They kind of went with a different style that I'm not into. But there's a couple songs that I've been listening to on repeat that I'm really, really enjoying. So, and it also kind of rekindled my interest in the pre-existing songs. So I'm like really excited about that and happy about that. And then I picked up, because it's a Steam summer sale, if you guys didn't know that, right around now, if you happen to be watching around the time that this video goes live. I picked up Domina, which was under $5. I think it was like $2 or $3, I think, so that's nothing. We'll just throw money at it, fine. I picked up Disgaea for the PC, which will be the third platform I played it on, and I don't regret that purchase because I really like that game. I don't think there's another tactical RPG that comes close. I think it's a superb game, and I really actually look forward to playing that again on my PC. In fact, if I can play it in the background while I'm playing like Final Fantasy XIV or something, that would be pretty cool, and I'll probably play it over my break. I also picked up Lethis Path of Progress or something like that, and that is probably more of a YouTube game. It's a town builder, I think, so that you may see a series for that at some point. And I got a fourth one, and I can't quite remember what. I'm going to try and pull it up on my phone, because I have Steam on my phone, I think. I probably have an email about it, too. I should know this, but I can't remember. I actually don't buy games that often anymore. I genuinely don't. I'm not really purchasing all that many. Alright, let's see if it's here. No, that's not what I wanted. Is it under this? Activity? No, I don't really want to read about Portal Knights. Okay, here we go. Everspace. Everspace was the other one I got, which is kind of like a space fighter roguelike thing. I played it before and I actually refunded it because I felt like while the game was interesting, it wasn't worth the price that it cost at the time, which I think was like $30. I wasn't really happy with the price, so now that it's on sale, I'm like, yeah, okay, let's pick it up. It was exactly what I had in mind when I refunded it. I was like, okay, well, interesting, I'm interested, but not at the price that it cost. So now that that's cheaper, let's go for it. So I want to go back and play that a bit. I don't talk about this too much, but I really enjoy flight sims. Space flight sims I don't enjoy quite as much. It doesn't have the same feel to me because you can go in any direction, and I feel like it's very easy for that to become overwhelming, and I feel like it's too easy. I think the human brain has trouble, or my human brain has trouble with that many directions being potential threats. I don't do well with that. I do a lot, and I know, yeah, okay, you can attack from below or above in like a terrestrial aircraft. That's a thing that you can do. I understand that, and that's fine. I'm not saying you can't, but it's more limited than it is in space. In space, it's kind of crazy. So I'm more into, like, I grew up playing, like, military flight sims like FA-18 Hornet, stuff. I think that may actually just straight up be the name of the game. And I was really, really good at getting very close to the ground and not crashing. But that was not actually all that difficult, so I'm not... I go hunting, and there's a bear literally in my camp, and I don't even see it. Let's get this right up the butt. Reminds me, there's a really funny gif of a bear trying to, like, either get into a container or scratch his back on something, and it's doing its thing, and it breaks a strap loose, and the strap, like, whips around. It was clearly under quite a bit of tension. And it basically whips the ball right in the testicles. And it pretty much goes the way that you'd expect if you haven't seen it before. But it's very funny. In, like, a gallows humor kind of way. All the animals are way... There's, like, a ton of them up here. How can I resist? Someone, come on. There you go. I gotta shoot these. How can I resist? There's just too many. Gotta supplement my resources here. Also, I just don't like the idea of animals just kind of roaming around my base. I know it doesn't do anything, but it's like a resource that exists that I can just tap easily. I feel like it's a lot harder to see animals from this view, because you don't get that quick movement that you get at 10x. It's a lot harder to see. I think I got most of them. There were a lot more than that. Yeah, there's one. That's kind of far. God, the sensitivity on this thing is like completely unusable. Oh, you're in the tree, huh? Alright, well, not anymore. Witchcraft is not allowed in my town. Other than possession, which is clearly allowed. But yeah, I really enjoy flight sims, so Everspace might scratch an itch for me. I'm really desperately waiting two things. There's two things that I think are coming out. I know one of them is confirmed, the other they're just talking about, or there's some rumors about it. It's not actually confirmed. One of them is Ace Combat 7 on the PS4. Which, if I understand correctly, is likely to come out late this year, which I will play the shit out of for a very long time. Unless it's trash, which is, I think, not super likely. And then the other thing is apparently the company, I forget who makes it, I think it might even be Bandai Namco. I don't think it is, I think it's someone else. But anyway, the company that makes Ace Combat reportedly was hiring people to convert, and I think they figured this out based on the job description. They hired people to potentially look at taking the older Ace Combat games and port them to PS4, which I would be all over because I know I love at least two of those games. I really actually wish I had my PS2 and a setup where I could play it, so that I could go back and play those games. But if you gave them to me on the PS4, and I got a PS4 Pro, and I can see these games that I love at like they load faster and also they look nicer, I will be all over that. Possibly even more than I would be about Ace Combat 7. And I want both. Like I would pay probably $200 for the pair. Give me both games, I'll pay $100 each, and I will love every minute of it. I'd be unhappy about paying $200 for it because in my head I'm like, well, it's a AAA game. It should be $60. That's the way it works. It'll be a full game and $60. If it's, you know, if we're talking cutout stuff for DLC, then no, it shouldn't be $60. But that's not what I'm talking about here. If it's a full game, I'll pay $60. And if they put like Ace Combat 0, yes, there was a 0. Yes, it is stupid. If they put Ace Combat 0 through 5 or 6 on a, what would the word be for it? Compilation thing, I would pay easily. No question at all in my mind, $60 more for that. I would love to be able to play that, like I said. So I'm kind of like, we're getting to the end of the year here. I know it maybe doesn't seem that way, but as of this video going live, we're 2 days away from July, which is the 7th month of the year. I don't think, to me, July, when you say July, I think, oh, mid-year, that's the middle of the year. And it is, kind of, but 7 is past the midway point. 7 is, like 1 month into, or it's the first, it's the first month of the second half of the year. I don't know why I'm trying to say it's more, or something other than that. That's silly. But, we're going, like, it's time's going by. And if I just kind of put my head down and work, time goes by really quickly. So for me, if you say, oh yeah, it's coming out 3 months from now, that's really soon, because I blink and that kind of time goes by. If you focus on work and you're busy and you're always trying to do something, time flies by really quickly. Just keep yourself busy and it goes by in a flash. And I don't really choose to keep myself busy. My life kind of does that for me, whether I like it or not. It's a bit too much work no matter what, so I don't really have much of a choice in the matter. I'm not even doing all the things I should be doing. Like, I should be... I mean, right now it's kind of a special case because I should be doing more YouTube videos, but I just don't have the time. But even if I did, it was like a normal time and I had more time in my hands and I did do all the YouTube videos that I want to do. Even then, I'm typically right now, I'm not getting any exercise, I'm not cooking as much as I'd like, I'm not going out pretty much ever. These are all things that I should do and kind of want to do. I don't, I don't think anyone starts out wanting to work out. Or they do, but not like... It's hard to be into it before you've started, when you're already out of shape. Like, I've tried to get back into hockey so many times after not playing for a while and getting out of shape. I'm so used to the feeling of my entire windpipe and my lungs feeling like someone pushed razors down them, and just the intense pain and nausea and just feeling terrible when I'm overtaxing myself because I'm out of shape, but I'm trying to skate around and keep up with guys that are in shape. I know that feeling, and I hate it, and I don't ever want to feel it again, which is, in some ways, the motivation for getting back in shape, but also the motivation for never worrying about it again, and just, being who I am. Being what... If I'm gonna be fat, I'll be fat. That's, like, the dark choice. And then the good choice is to get off my ass and actually get some exercise, which is what I probably will do. I just need to get around to it. In my defense, it's hard to feel like going outside is a good decision when I can only spend about half an hour outside without getting sunburned, and even then I do get sunburned, it's just not as severe as it would be otherwise. I burn, like, instantly. And, like, painfully badly, too. It's never like a light burn, it's like, oh, I just lost like 10 layers of skin on my back, that feels great. Not that I'd be going out shirtless, but you get the idea. Arms and neck would still be exposed. Yes, I know there's sunscreen, and yes, I would put it on. It's just who wants to wear sunscreen? It's just so annoying to have to deal with and put it on. It feels all weird, and I don't like it. I always want to feel clean. I don't want to feel like there's anything on me. I don't like lotion, I don't like sunscreen. Any of that stuff, I'm not interested, I don't like it. I like just being clean. I would do really well in like a lab. If my home was just a giant sealed lab underground, I'd probably be totally fine. But I'd need like, if that was it, and then you gave me like a VR drone that I could take out and fly around in or walk around in, I'd be set. Because I don't really like being in nature, but wow, there's 4 bears in our town. I don't really like being in nature, but I do very much enjoy nature, and I find it extremely beautiful, and I would love to just, like, spend a day exploring some trail or something, except for the fact that I would so much rather be playing video games. That kind of kills it for me, but I love nature. It's beautiful. There's all kinds of beauty you can find just all around the place. Or all around pretty much anywhere. Even desolate places have their own kind of beauty. Okay, that was I thought that was facing the other way. I was like, I have no clue what kind of animal that is. That looks so weird to me. I just had it backwards because the head was covered up a bit. And I think that kind of mentality of finding nature really, really beautiful, but also not really wanting to be in it, is why I would love so much to get into drone photography and get like a $2,000 or $3,000 drone with a really nice professional camera and just fly it around and take pictures of landscapes, basically. Maybe do it as a business too. People want aerial photos of stuff. I can do that. That would be cool. One day, if I ever find myself with $3,000 to burn, that might be the way I burn it. Maybe if I save up my bonuses for a while, a couple of years, I'll feel okay. But even then, it's like, okay, well, but now you've saved it up and you have a spare $3,000. Wouldn't you rather just like save it, or invest half of it in upgrading your computer to a ridiculous degree, and then the other half you save? It's the only point I'm trying to make is it's a hard sell to pay like $2,000 to $3,000 for such a specialized piece of equipment. You know, that's all. Even though I really want it. I've talked about that before, but God, I would love to do that. I would love if that was my job and that I could know that I loved it and then buy one on my own after. But that's not, I don't think that's a job that you just decide you want to do. I think you kind of have to be at least a photographer and get into it that way. But who knows? Life is weird. All kinds of stuff could happen. But that is going to do it for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you'll join us for the next episode as well. If you did, there's always a stream over at twitch.tv/electronicmoose, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, 6 to 8 p.m. PST, 9 to 11 p.m. EST. Feel free to come by and check one out. I think I said it, twitch.tv/electronicmoose. I actually can't remember if I actually said the address. Anyway, there it is. Probably could have figured that out yourself, but anyway, like I was saying, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care.